Yeah, U3, live from the underground.
You always should go DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and you tune in to U3, Underground, Unsigned, and Unknown. And we have a guest I've been wanting to get on the show for a minute, Mr. Don Welch. What up?
Hey, how you doing? Thanks for having me on.
I'm good, and thank you for coming. Like I said, I've been wanting to have you on for a minute. I like your music. You're very different and unique from most people out there. You're not doing the typical rock or typical hip hop or typical country. It's like a mash between everything. That's how I
Oh,
do it.
yeah, definitely a big blend for sure. It's a lot of inspiration from blues music mainly. A lot of classic swampy Delta blues, and then a little bit of rock and roll and rap, obviously. But yeah, that's where it all comes from. I just go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, the reason why I started doing music like that for is because I kind of grew up on all those things. And I grew up on soul music and blues music and rock and roll, and I just, I was sitting down with my producer about 6 years ago, and I was like, "Look, this is the type of music I think we should make." And he said, "I don't think that's possible." And I said, "Yeah, it is." And I was like, "And I know that you can do it." And we started working on it. We found some guitar players in Europe that play dobro, which is like a slide guitar. It's that really swampy Louisiana sound. And yeah, we started using that, and we started putting stuff together, and we haven't looked back.
I like that. I like that. Like I said, it's very unique. So I'm feeling that it's a mashup of everything. Who are some of your influences? I know you say you listen to the blues and all that, but any artists in particular?
Yeah, I mean, I'm a huge Led Zeppelin fan. I'm a huge Son House fan. You know, I like, which is going to be kind of weird for me to say, but I really dig like the Nancy Sinatra. I don't know. There's just so many people, to be honest with you. I could go on forever, at least in that type of music. And then as far as rap goes, it's pretty typical. Tupac, Big L,
Yeah.
Biggie, Pun. That's kind of like what I grew up on. A lot of more like Midwest and East Coast rap. And that's probably why like my music is more lyrically based, I guess you could say.
Yeah, it is. I agree with that. It is more lyrical based, which is good because nowadays people don't do lyrics anymore, and I kind of dislike that. I miss the old lyrical content of music.
Yeah, it's dead. Like Nas said, hip hop
It
is dead.
is. It's nothing but the same old mumble jumble stuff with the same old stuff. But we're not going to get into that. That's another topic. But I noticed that your style kind of matches your music because your style is very unique too.
Yeah.
How would you describe your style? And I know that hat is very essential. You always have a hat on no matter what. So
Yeah. I mean, to be honest with you, my grandfather was just like a super slick looking man, and most of my style comes from him. He was just like, he was a cowboy, but kind of flashy,
Yeah.
And my family is a bunch of bikers for the most part. So it's kind of a mixture between that. And then my sister is like, just always been into hip hop. So it's kind of like a weird, even my style is kind of like a blended style of everything that I love. And it's, it's a great way for me to market myself. You can't miss me with, red cowboy hats and all the turquoise I usually wear and stuff.
Do you have a favorite hat or a favorite ring you like to wear?
Yeah, I really like, well, I love this hat. My friend made this hat for me. He's out of New York, and he makes a lot of hats for a lot of famous people. So he made this hat for me, and I just kind of told him everything that I wanted for it, and he put it together. And yeah, I don't know. It's just, I pretty much wear this hat like when I do shows and stuff now because it just stands out.
Yeah.
And then as far as jewelry goes, I have too many favorite pieces. To be honest with you, I mean, I love everything. I wouldn't buy it if I didn't. A lot of stuff I get gifted to me too, for like shouting at people or shouting them out on Instagram, and so on and so
Nice.
forth. So just trying to grow my fan base and share the love that people give me as well.
First time I met you was at the Manifest show of
Yes.
last year. It was a dope show. How was it when you was performing? How'd you like it? Was that your first time performing at the Manifest show?
That was my first time performing at Manifest, at that show specifically. Yeah, I mean, it was great. I think that the city needs to do more things like that specifically.
Yeah.
It's weird because my fan base is so, is so big in Europe, and I live in Texas, and I feel like if anyone makes Texas rap music, my definition of what Texas rap music should be is exactly what I make.
Yeah.
It's just that we have no culture here. The culture there is none, zero. Nobody knows who they are. For the most part, like everybody's trying to just like hop on the gravy train and hop on, what's popular right now.
Yeah.
And nobody's trying to actually create music that's their own. And I think that has a big problem with it. And I feel like the city just doesn't champion great. They don't champion rap music. They don't champion artists. They champion country music. But let's face it, nowadays rap music is it's the biggest genre in the world.
Yeah.
It has the most streams on Spotify, the most plays on YouTube, is the most downloaded music, period. So, I mean, I feel like in order for San Antonio to really grow as a hip hop community, the city's got to buy into it.
I agree with that. How do you feel that doing hip hop in San Antonio, and that San Antonio is 90%, Hispanic or Latinos? A lot of people don't like to market to them.
Yeah. At the end of the day, I think that, as far as marketing towards somebody, I just feel like people just got to make great music and original music, and people are gonna like it. You're gonna find people that are gonna like it from every race, religion, creed. It doesn't make a difference. Music is, if you hear it and you listen to it and it catches your ear and it speaks to you, it just speaks to you. It doesn't matter who you are, where you're from, what the culture is that's based around where you are either. If you like it, you like it. So I don't necessarily, I'm not picking any culture to specifically throw my music to. I just make music that I love and hope that other people enjoy it just like I enjoy making it.
Do people ever compare you to anybody and you just like, you know what, that's not me?
Yeah, I get compared to a lot of artists. I get compared to Rage Against the Machine, Eminem. I get compared to this new person I just heard of randomly. Now people started saying I sounded like this guy. His name's Grandson. And I don't know. You're always going to get compared to somebody. And I feel like it used to bother me a lot for a while there. And now I just don't care because I've prolonged that. I've been making music for long enough now to where, I've already hit millions of streams. I've already, hit millions of views on stuff. So, I mean, you might think that somebody new that it's their first time listening to me. That's great. But eventually, if you think I sound like somebody and then you come back and you listen the second, the third, and the fourth time, then you're going to find out, oh, he's his own artist. Yeah. And then you're going to probably be a fan if you think I sound like someone. So I just kind of brushed off my shoulders now.
That's good. How has this quarantine how is this quarantine doing for you? Has it stopped you from doing music? Are you still working on music? Is it keeping you busier?
I work 12 hours a day, and not with music. So I work in the medical field. So I've been doing a lot of just random, actual work stuff instead of just music. It's been very hard to get music done. I used to record everything at my house, and now I no longer record everything at my house. I record at a studio because I'm just trying to get better quality. So I haven't been able to go to the studio. I have written quite a bit of songs. I'm working on my second solo album. I have probably 5 or 6 music videos shot. But as far as like the past, I would say, I don't know, 4 months, it's been pretty difficult to do music because you can't do shows. So you can't get shows. I had I had tours planned all over. I was supposed to go to Europe and go back on tour in Europe, and that all got canceled.
Oh, wow.
So it's been difficult, to say the least. But I'm still making music, and eventually when all this stuff goes away, I'm going to have a lot of stuff ready to drop, and we're going to have a lot of music videos. And I don't know, I think I got a song that can win a Grammy this year. So.
Oh, okay. Well,
Yeah.
I hope it does. I'm speaking it now. It's going to win.
It's pretty phenomenal. Here, my cousin's here right now. You can talk to him right now. By the way, this is my cousin Luke. So when people watch this, so he actually heard the song, and he will not. And the song's not even mixed or mastered. I recorded it in my kitchen, and he won't leave me alone trying to get me to send him the song.
It's so good. It's amazing. It's the best song, hands down, I've heard from Don, and he won't even let me have the song on my phone because I'd play it on replay too much. It's so good.
What's the name of it?
It's called Outlaw Love. It's a love song.
Oh, look at you. So who's it inspired by?
Oh, there's a crazy story. So I'll tell you. You'll get actually. I've already kind of planned this out because I figure when the song drops, like it's gonna catch a lot of buzz anyways. So I figure people are gonna ask these questions. So you're gonna get the first to hear how this song came about, even though no one's gonna get to listen to it until it comes out. But yeah, so essentially what happened, I was sitting down with my ex-girlfriend at the time, and she was like, she's like, you can't make a love song. And I was like, I can make the hardest love song in the world. What are you talking about? And she's like, no, she's like, you just want to rap hard and aggressive and have like super lyrical content that you have to be extremely smart to even be able to understand. And I was like, yeah, I was like, because that's the type of music I like. And she was like, yeah, well, you can't make a love song. She kept going after it. And I was like, all right, you know what? Forget you. I'm going to make I'm going to make the hardest love song you've ever heard. So within a 30-minute time period, I had wrote to a metronome. I never written to a metronome, which is just like the little clicks and I wrote that, turned around, and then I sang it to her, and she was like, okay. She's like, yeah, that's the hardest love song I've ever heard. And it was just all over just me being like pissed off because somebody said that I couldn't do it. And yeah, I think it's an incredible love song. So I can't wait to share that with people. I think that women are going to love it. Men are definitely going to love it. And it's a real love song. There's no like, oh, you know, I want to love you and kiss you and the roses and the moons and back. It's like, no, it's like a legitimate love song. Yeah. Going through your crazy trials and tribulations as a couple, and no matter what, like you still want to be with that person, and it's almost delusional. And I feel like that's what love kind of is. Yeah, you have to be kind of delusional to keep staying with somebody and going through the shit with them.
Did she ask to get back with you after she heard the song? Was she like, I'm sorry, take me back?
No. We were still together at that time period.
Oh, okay.
But no, we broke up. I guess a little over a year ago now. So that's it was right after I wrote that song. Not too long after that, we broke up. So everybody's getting my love stories, getting real relationship. Hey, don't follow me for relationships. All right, I will epically fail you.
Oh wow. That's funny. So are we going to get any, I know you said that you were supposed to go on tour and it got canceled because of this quarantine. So are we going to get any like live stream shows from you?
To be honest with you, I mean, you might get a live stream with me, but I just feel like everybody's doing it so much that
it's oversaturated.
It's kind of oversaturated. Yeah. And the thing about it is I have so many music videos that are in the cuff right now that before I do a live stream, I'd rather put out a song. Yeah. And then just then maybe I'll do a live stream. But I just put a new song out about a month ago. If you guys haven't checked it out, it's called Forced Hands. It's on YouTube, it's on Spotify, Apple, and that song's actually crushing it right now for me. So I plan on
you just released a music video not too long ago too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, the music video, Forced Hands.
Yeah, Forced Hands.
Yeah. So that's pretty much what I plan on doing, is kind of just sprinkling it out until, you know, all this stuff's done and over with. And then we also shot a movie. So, yeah.
What's the name of that?
It's called A Story of an Outlaw.
Oh, so it's the story of you.
It's the story of me. Yes, correct.
Okay.
It's the story of me. So we have 4 music videos, and they all make up a short film. Okay.
I like that. I like that concept.
Yeah.
Do you have a release date for this or not yet? You're gonna keep it a secret? You're gonna keep it dark?
Yeah, nothing yet. I can't tell anybody about it yet. But Outlaw Love is part of it. It's the end of the movie. I'll just say that.
Oh, okay. Okay, we'll take that little piece.
There you go.
So what's next for you? What can we expect? I know you say you're working on your single, your album, your second album. Do you have a name for it?
I do. It's called Anomaly, which is my brand. So if you guys go check out my website, or if you guys go check out my clothing company, hold on. I think we go back. I'm sorry. I think the screen just went out.
Yeah. Good.
So yeah, if you guys check out my company, or you guys check out any of my Instagram posts, Don Welch Music is all my social media. My website's donwelchmusic.com. If you guys check any of that stuff out, you'll see Anomaly pretty much like everywhere. And we actually spell Anomaly ANOMALI, so it doesn't have a Y, because anomaly to be completely different than anybody else, right?
Yeah.
So we were like, well, that's I, not everyone else, so we should just use an I with it. Or, well, I did. That was about 7 or 8 years ago, before I even started like rapping. And yeah, so that's pretty much it. We're gonna call it. I'm gonna call it the Anomaly.
Nice. Well, we can't wait for that to drop. We can't wait for your music videos to drop. We can't wait for your mini movie to drop.
Yeah,
That's gonna be dope. I will be there to watch it. I can't wait. I'm gonna tune in. So you know when it drops.
I'm super excited about this album. I'm super excited about all these music videos. I feel like it's been a really long journey, and it's been a long road trying to just really perfect my craft and my sound. You know, when you're making something that nobody's ever done before, and nobody's ever created that type of sound before, it takes a while to really catch that groove and make sure that everything's perfect. And now I feel like we completely understand it, and we're locked in, and we can knock out a song in a day, you know, every single day if we chose to and we had the time to.
That's good. That's good that you're still working too, even though you have a job, that you're still doing music, that this quarantine has not completely stopped you. Because I know this quarantine has stopped some, and they're just like in a halt on music. So I'm happy that you're still doing music. Are we going to get any clothing from you, any merch?
Yeah, so I have a bunch of merch out right now. Hold on, I'm gonna grab my charger here. I do have a bunch of merch out. If you guys go to my Instagram and you guys go to my highlights, you will see my merch. There's probably about 30 items on there. There's items for girls. I got leggings. I got crop tops for guys, obviously t-shirts, hoodies, long sleeve shirts. I even got coffee mugs. I got socks. I got a lot.
When are you going to start selling some of your hats, though? Not your specific hats, but you know what I mean?
Oh.
Hats like yours. So, you know, in case a little boy want to dress up like you for Halloween, they can have a hat.
Yeah, we've been trying to talk about it. We've been trying to talk to some hat makers and find ways to make these a little bit cheaper. These hats are extremely expensive, even for myself. Luckily, I have great friends and great places that make these. But for the average person, I don't want to like hurt somebody like over the head for money, because they're like, oh, I really want something, and now I got to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on it. So I'm trying to find a way to make something a little bit cheaper, but still keep that authentic look for it so people can buy it. And we'll end up selling those at shows, and we'll probably put that on our website as well.
Nice. Well, I can't wait. I will definitely go check out your merch and buy a shirt or two. I need to add some more stuff to
And
my fall.
we're gonna do some rings too.
Oh, okay. For just the guys or for some females too?
We're gonna do it all.
Okay.
They're gonna be custom rings. It's gonna be one of a kind only. So every ring's gonna be different for each person.
Nice. Okay. I can't wait till that drops. I like that. I'm feeling that.
Yeah.
I like your whole style, your whole business plan, the way you work. I like that. You seem like you got it together.
I'm trying. I try to.
That's a good thing though. Now on your album that you're working on, do you have any features we should look out for? Or is just all you?
I do. So Big Henry is gonna be on my album. Shane Marie, the lovely Shane Marie, who's she pretty much any project I've ever done, even going back to like mixtape stuff, she's pretty much touching. I love Shane. She's got an amazing voice.
She was the one at the Manifest show?
Yeah,
I like her and her voice, yes.
She's got an incredible voice. She got this huge, soulful, like take you to church voice that's incredible.
Yes.
So I always want to put her on everything. Love Shane to death. She's been my friend for a really long time, and she's an incredible talent. And then let's see here. Who else do we have? I have Alexander King on my album. He was signed to Sony, and I think he just now left Sony, so he's going to be on there. Big Henry, he was signed to somebody. I'm not sure if he's still signed. And then let's see here. I might have country on a song. Yeah, I might put country on a song. Yeah, because I gotta keep it Texas, man. I'm trying to keep it Texas. Like, I feel like we need to start championing ourselves more in San Antonio. And Houston did such a great job of that in the early 2000s. And San Antonio, it makes it so hard because there's so many people in the military here, and they're like flying in families, and they're here for a little bit and then gone the next. But I really feel like the people that live here, we need to like start championing each other. So artists that follow me from here in San Antonio, I'm always going on their pages, liking their stuff, just to show support, because we have to support each other. It's the only way that we can grow as a community and make the culture bigger. And that's going to help us, because it's going to allow us to be able to do more shows. You're going to see that more people are coming out, you know, and that's what I want for San Antonio. I
agree with that. You have to support each other.
And I also teamed up with Mind and Soul Music. So Mind and Soul Music, me and him have been working together. His name's Alan, the guy who owns Mind and Soul. So we've been really working hard on a lot of projects together. He's great. I did do a distribution deal with Command Shift, which is like part of Sony Records. So I did that as well. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. It just makes it so hard, because right before all this Corona stuff happened, it was going to be crazy.
Well, of course, y'all had it together. And Corona was like, nah.
Yeah, the Corona was like, no. It was more of the government. I'm not going to get into politics, but
yeah,
I feel like it's more of a political ploy, this whole thing is, but that's neither here nor there.
Right, happened right before the elections, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, we definitely need to get back to doing things. Like I was super depressed. Like, I mean, not being able to do the music the way that I typically do and do the things that I love. And there's so many artists that I've talked to that have been going through even a lot of mental health issues, just because now they can't do music like they were, you know, like they typically do. Like a lot of artists gets highs from going out and doing shows, you know, like that's their way of breathing. And now that's all been taken. And, you know, people's livelihoods, a lot of artists are just touring artists, and that's how they make money.
Yeah.
So it's not a good situation for artists. So if you have a favorite artist out there and a favorite local artist, make sure you support him because he or she definitely needs it from you guys.
Exactly. That's what I've been doing. That's why I started doing these interviews when the quarantine hit, because I wanted to keep it up. I was like, I need to keep up these interviews, so that's why I started doing this. And it's crazy because a lot of promoters would hit me up saying, at this time last year, we'd be doing a show. I was like, I know. I'll be DJing somewhere. But
yeah, so how's the DJing stuff going? Are you still working on that?
I still do it. It's like I said, it's a little bit on pause. I tried to go live once in a while, but with Facebook and YouTube with the copyright stuff, they just want to flag you all the time. Even when it's underground music, I was playing underground music videos and they would cut me off and flag me on that. So I just like, you know what? I'm done. I don't need to do any live mixes anymore. So
you should be trying to work at the radio station. That's what you should do. Get somebody to champion us, you know? That's what we need.
Hey, I tried a while back when 98 First was like going down, and you know they were revamping. I kind of went up there and tried to pitch my show, and they said it without saying it that they want someone, you know, more of the Latino community, and you know I'm not Latino. I don't fit the description of what they want.
See, I hate when that stuff happens. I'm like, if you're
they
good,
just got it taken over by Univision, so I understood.
Yeah.
So I was like, I get it. So that's why I do this. I still try to go live. I still play underground music. I connected with this Texas DJ group, and they hit me up. They're like, hey, we need hip hop. And I'm like, oh, I need Spanish music. So all my underground hip hoppers that, you know, that I feel like had good music, I'm sending it out to them. They're going to send me Spanish music and we're going to connect that way. So I've been doing that. So I'm still finding ways to, you know, stay relevant. And I still do my magazine and all that. And then I'm starting back my other station I had, which was Chopped and Screwed Radio. So I'm starting that back up. You know, keep it Texas. So,
yeah, I'm trying to do a Chopped and Screwed record for this album.
Let me know. I got you. That's how I started. That's how I started DJing, doing Chopped and Screwed. And then someone pushed me doing club music. But yeah, that's how I started, was chopping and screwing.
Yeah, I definitely want to do that for this album for sure. It's a necessary thing that has to happen for this album.
I agree. You know? Well, before we let you go, Mr. Don Welch, let people know where they can check you and your music out. Give us all your social media links.
Okay. So all my social media is real simple. It's Don Welch Music. So my Instagram, my Facebook, my Twitter, which I hardly ever use, but I'll get on there if you guys follow me, and I'll talk mad crazy shit on Twitter. And then I even have a TikTok now, which I just started. That's Don Welch Music as well. And then you can, if you just type my name into YouTube, you can find it, Don Welch. I'll be the first thing that pops up in Google as soon as you type in Don Welch. I'm on Spotify. I'm on iTunes. I mean, I'm on every single streaming site that you can possibly be on. And yeah, pretty much if you just Don Welch, and all my social media is Don Welch Music. And my website's donwelchmusic.com. And then if you guys want merch, just go to my Instagram and click my highlights, and there's a merch link right there.
You heard it straight from his mouth. Make sure you go ahead and follow him on everything. Look up his music. You will not be disappointed. I know I was not the first time I heard him, and that was live. So the first time I get to hear him was live, performing live, and it was dope. And the girl that he mentioned is very dope too. So they're like a duo. I can't wait till y'all do an album together, you know, throwing that out there. With 5 songs, you know, that'd be so dope.
Yeah, we got a few on this album, so it's gonna be pretty epic. I'm pretty excited about that. We got some heavy hitters.
Well, your album's gonna be dope from the looks of it, from the way you describing it. So I can't wait for it to come out. And this is your DJ Baby Blue Diamond, and I am signing out.